Hi, my name is Celine, and today I will tell you the story of the Sleeping Beauty. Long ago in France, there lived a king and queen. More than anything, they longed for a child. At last, to their great happiness, the queen gave birth to a little girl. All the bells in the land were rung with joy. The king and queen invited all the fairies in the kingdom to the naming party for the baby. And what a party it was! Plates and silverware of pure gold were set with care before each guest. But one fairy, Maleficent, who had left 50 years before and had not been seen in all that time, showed up at the door. Quickly, the king and queen whispered to the servants they must quickly find a place setting for the new guest. Alas, the plate and the silverware the servants could find were not of pure gold. This made the old fairy very angry. Soon it was time for each fairy to give her blessing to the baby. When it came to Maleficent's turn, she stood up and pointed her long finger at the sleeping baby girl in the cradle. I declare before all of you, Maleficent called out, that this child, on her 16th birthday, shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die. With a whoosh of smoke, the evil fairy vanished. Everyone cried out with alarm, as you can imagine. But one fairy had not yet given the baby her blessing. The king and queen asked this fairy, whose name was Merryweather, to reverse the curse. Merryweather shook her head sadly that she could not do. But what she could do was to soften the curse. On her 16th birthday, said Merryweather, when the princess pricks her finger on the spinning wheel, she will not die, and instead, she will fall asleep for 100 years. Asleep for 100 years, said the queen. After our daughter turns 16, we will not know her anymore. The king ordered every spinning wheel in the kingdom to be brought to the palace and burned. To be extra sure the princess would not be anywhere near a spinning wheel, he also ordered Merryweather, along with 2 other fairies, Flora and Fauna, to take the baby far away into the forest. The fairies would raise the child in a cottage deep in the woods. They would keep her safe until after her 16th birthday. After that, it would be safe to bring the princess, who had been named Aurora, to the castle. Aurora grew up knowing no other than the 3 fairies, whom she knew as her aunts. The animals of the forest were her friends and companions. The birds and the deer, the chipmunks and the rabbits, followed her around as she fed them treats and cooed to them. From the time she was little, Aurora was told she must stay inside the hills that surrounded them. She must never go beyond the hills. That was fine with her, as the woods surrounding the cottage had plenty of room to play. One day, when Aurora came home, she found her 3 aunts preparing for a party. "What's going on?" she said. "Tonight we celebrate your 16th birthday," said Flora. "Tonight?" said Aurora. "Then tomorrow I go back to the castle." "You do," said Merryweather. "We have kept you safe from that spinning wheel for 16 years. Starting tomorrow, it will be time for you to resume your royal life as a princess. And the first thing will be for you to get married," said Fauna. "Married already?" said Aurora. "Who am I supposed to marry?" "No need to worry about that," said Fauna with a wave of her hand. "Even if he's a bit strange, or some might say a bit on the horrid side, you won't have to spend much time with him after all. And he comes from a fine family," added Flora with a quick smile. "Wait a minute," said Aurora, pulling back. "What do you mean, a bit on the horrid side?" "It's best not to focus on such things, dear," said Merryweather. Just do everything your husband tells you to do, said Flora. And you will be fine.